Good morning, guys. It is Friday the 31st, so that means happy Halloween. It is a beautiful, beautiful day here in southern Denmark. If you saw my video from yesterday, you could see that I was taking the train home after work last night to go see my parents, and they live in the other side of the country while I live in Copenhagen. So it is 7:36 a.m. in the morning at the moment, and I'm heading into town to grab some breakfast, a coffee, and just get a feel for the town again. And then I'll head home where my work day will start, and obviously this time I'm working remotely, which is an option that I have when I need to, or when I feel the need to. To be honest with you, I prefer coming into the office. I like to spend actual face time with my co-workers. I like that when I head into the office, the only thing I really have to worry about is working. And since I enjoy what I do, that part is pretty easy. I don't have to think about logistics when it comes to what to eat, what to drink, you know, do we have snacks in the house, all that stuff. When I go to the office, everything is sorted, and I think that's hard to trade for me. Wow, it is a beautiful, beautiful day. I want to see if I can do a POV, so you can also see how beautiful it actually is. So I'm not sure if you can tell that it's a beautiful day from the footage here, but trust me, it really is. So I know there's one coffee spot here, and I'm wondering if they're open. Let's see. Nope. That place looks pretty darn closed. Then we'll try something else. Wow, look at that Halloween decoration right there. The pumpkin factory. That is actually pretty thorough. I still find it crazy to think about the fact that I spent so much of my life here. You know, in a small town in the southern part of Denmark with, to be honest and not to be rude, not too much going on. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful place if you like the quietness and if you don't need a gazillion different options. But the fact that I went from this to living in Copenhagen to then living in New York City is pretty wild. Like, it's such a big contrast. Actually, let's do one thing potentially before we grab the coffee. Let's grab the coffee, and then I'd really like to just take a walk over there by the beach. I'm finding it easier and easier to vlog out in public. In the beginning it was, and still is, a bit intimidating. But I'm finding that it gets easier and easier and easier the more you force yourself to do it. Because then you realize that people either don't care or they don't even notice. I saw a video this morning of a YouTuber. She was talking about a recent vlog that she was doing where she recorded a lot of B-roll but not a lot of video of her talking in the streets, and that was mainly because she still felt a bit insecure about doing it, and I can totally relate to that. But again, it's just a matter of enough exposure and then you get used to it. Alright, so I know this is a little bit counterintuitive since we're already at the beach, but I'd love to just have a coffee in my hand while we do the little walk. And then once we've done the walk, we'll head to the bakery, grab some breakfast, and then head home. And then the workday will start. So I've got another idea. We'll grab the coffee and then we will head over to another beach where we will just enjoy the sound of the water, enjoy the sound of raw nature, and then we'll head over to the bakery, grab some breakfast, and then head home to start the workday. I used to have a car in Copenhagen that I used to take with me everywhere, or that I used to drive everywhere. But ever since I moved home from New York, I decided not to have a car again, just because I needed to get into a better shape after a wild lifestyle in the city. And that's been a really, really good decision, to be honest with you. Ooh, what are these? Looks delicious. Iced pumpkin spice latte. Delicious as well. I think what I'll do is I'll do a cortado. Ooh, a pink car. Alright.
Godmorgen og velkommen til. Der går lige et øjeblik.
Ja, det er så fint.
Godmorgen, hvad kan jeg gøre for dig?
Ja, godmorgen. Hvad hedder det? Må jeg bede om en cortado på havre?
Ja, vil du have ekstra kaffe i?
Ja, meget gerne, tak.
Ja, og var der andet, jeg kunne hjælpe dig?
Nej tak, det var det hele.
Så fint. Når der er ledigt, kan du bare komme til det første vinduesstop.
Fantastisk, tak for det. How obvious is it that I'm wearing a DJI? Pretty obvious. All right. All right. So we're doing a different view. This time I have you mounted on my chest. Godmorgen. Ja, det var det.
35.
Ja. Sådan der.
Vil du have en kritik?
Nej tak.
Så fint, hvis du bare kører frem, så får jeg jo den.
Super, tak for det.
Hej, skulle der være ekstra kaffe?
Ja tak.
Ja, det har jeg nemlig glemt at trykke ind.
Nå for søren. Ved du hvad, det gør ingenting. Jeg finder lige kortet frem igen.
5 kroner bliver
Yes. Super.
det. Beklager jeg.
Det skal du ikke beklage.
Sådan der, så er den klar om lidt.
Fantastisk. Fantastisk. Tak skal du have.
Og rigtig god weekend.
Ja, og glædelig Halloween.
Jo, tak lige måde.
Hej. Delicious. Alright, so we grabbed our oat cortado and now we'll head over to the beach for just a quick walk. I'm not sure if I spotted something completely wrong, but I think I just saw a Lamborghini Urus in a as a car learner, as a car instructor. Car. Can that be true? A Lamborghini Urus? If that's the case, that is pretty wild. And I know that I mentioned that I would be going to another beach, but the road was blocked. So I'm taking the original one. It's a very small town, so it's 1 to 2 minute additional ride, to be 100% honest. And it's a regular work day here in the city as well. So, you got people heading to work, you got people going to school. And, I used to be one of these folks heading to school when I was living here. And once again, honestly, as a kid, fantastic town. But I was just craving something more as I got older. And that's what got me to Copenhagen. Most folks, they head over to the second largest city in Denmark. It's a city called Aarhus. But I decided to do Copenhagen instead, even though Aarhus is a very nice city as well. Ooh, that is a fantastic cortado. When it has that, how do I even say it? It's a slightly bitter, acidic taste. And for me, that is a fantastic coffee. All right, and again, just a quick walk. Okay, I have the keys in my pocket. I'll bring this with me. Not nice. Oh, can't forget the potato. So as I said, this is gonna be just a brief, short walk because I gotta make it home as well. And I'm not sure, but it feels like it started raining in just a little bit. I'm feeling something on me, but when I look up, it doesn't look like rain clouds. Well, as we saw in my previous videos, a little bit of rain doesn't hurt anybody. Okay, it is actually raining a little bit. You can probably tell from looking at the water. There's definitely drops of rain. It just doesn't look like that when you look up. That's what I'm super confused about. All right. I think that was enough. Now we'll head back. Head back in time. I wrote one final view. Or never say final, one view for now. Beautiful. All right. And I finished this as well. There we go. Now, I actually don't have any fixed working hours. I have a target that I have to reach, and then it's essentially up to me to decide how I'd like to reach it. And I think that's pretty cool and gives me a great feeling and sense of, you know, ownership. And there's also a lot of trust in me, which I appreciate quite a lot as well. But obviously that was something that was earned through years of hard work. But it really pays off to do your best wherever you are, because opportunities are gonna open up. But even though I don't have any specific work hours, I'll still try to start my day, you know, between 8:30 and 9:30, and then I carry on till I'm done. And sometimes that is 5 p.m, but sometimes that is 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. Alright, so in terms of a bakery, we actually got quite a few options for such a small little town. The one I'll be heading to is the one that my parents always took me to after church every Sunday. Basically, the ritual was wake up, go to church, then go to the bookstore and then grab a Dragon Ball book. You know, one of those that you read from the back. And then we would head over to the bakery to grab some breakfast, and then we'd go home, eat the breakfast, and then I would start reading the book that I had just bought, or my parents just bought for me. And I have so many fantastic memories of doing that. I used to have all the Dragon Ball books. The original Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I'm not sure if I still have them at home somewhere. I found my old Yu-Gi-Oh collection last time I was here, like 3 months ago. That was pretty cool. The fact that I had been collecting those cards so hard as a kid, and now they're so meaningless to me. It's quite odd. One thing I wish I had kept though is my old Pokemon cards. That would have been dope. Alright, so is that a Lamborghini Urus? Oh, it's a Porsche. A Porsche Macan or Porsche Cayenne. I don't know what I was seeing earlier. That would have been insane as well. A driving instructor having a Lamborghini Urus. Alright, alright, alright. Ama உங்களுக்கு என்ன வேணுமா? Okay, வேற?
வேற ஒண்ணும் வேண்டாங்க.
Okay, சரியானம்மா?
Okay, செல்லம். Bye, செல்லம்.
Okay, bye. I have so many small accessories for my DJI Osmo that allows me to, my DJI Osmo Nano, that just allows me to just mount it in various different places and getting various different views, which I think are pretty cool. So this is a different view from inside of the car. As you can see, I got the goods. And now we will head home. So I don't really have any plans after working today. I hope to see my 2 nephews. I've been missing them quite a lot, and I'd say they're probably the main reason why I'm here. And then after seeing them, I might see if some of my other friends are in town. The thing is, everybody's moved out of town. And then you've got a few, like very few, that has moved back to town, but the majority have moved away from town. Now what I'm trying to say is, obviously the majority moved away, and then a very few moved back. But it seems like every year you have like one more person moving back home. So I think there is an appeal for some folks to move back to a more quiet environment after spending life in the big city, meeting the love of your life, maybe getting your first kid, and then realizing, oh man, this city life ain't for me. Not entirely sure if I'll experience the same thing. I don't think so, to be honest with you, because I just love being in the city. I had one of my friends text me on Instagram the other day. So he's in New York with his girlfriend, and he texted me, I don't know how you could live here for so long. The city is stressing me out. And I really didn't feel that, actually. For me, the city was like a battery, or the city was like a charger. It was just charging me up. Every day when I got out of the door, I was energized by seeing the amount of people, seeing the energy, seeing the flow. So no, that's the reason why I could stay there for so long. Alrighty, so we're back here in my childhood bedroom, and I've completed a couple of tasks, recorded a couple of videos for work, and in 2 minutes I'm jumping into a meeting with my coworker Casper, who was the one that ran 15 kilometers after work the other day, where we were going together for part of the way. And then I'm gonna have lunch. Not entirely sure what I'm gonna have for lunch yet. We'll figure out. Then I'll do some final work. I've got some prepping for early next week that I have to finish. And then I'll call it a weekend. Præcis. Så det var sådan en kort status, Kasper, i forhold til hvordan jeg kørte den.
Det var mega værdifuldt.
Præcis. Cool, min ven.
Godt. Tusind tak, Dave. Kan have en fornøjelig weekend.